Hello, I'm Alexander, and today we're checking the AFUL MagicOne. It's a single balanced armature IEM, and I want to thank hifigo for providing the sample for this review. As always, I'm not paid to make this review, I don't offer any specific opinions, and all thoughts expressed in this review are my own. The MagicOne features one balanced armature driver, light plastic shells, and detachable cable. It also has an electronic circuit that shapes the tonality and a resonance chamber nicknamed Nautilus to enhance the bass response, but as usual we'll start with the unboxing. The IEM arrived in a medium-sized box. There is an AFUL logo or AFUL, I'm not quite sure, an illustration of IEM and main features on the front of the sleeve. The company information and specifications are on the back of the sleeve. Inside the sleeve there is a black box. It contains the IEMs, a beautiful round carrying case, detachable cable, 3 pairs of wide-bore silicone ear tips, one of which comes pre-installed on the IEM, 3 pairs of narrow-bore silicone ear tips, a warranty card, and a user manual. The impedance of MagicOne is 38 ohms and the sensitivity is 103 dB. The shells of MagicOne are made out of medical-grade resin, each faceplate has an interesting pattern, there is a company name on the left earpiece and the model name on the right earpiece. The shells are medium in size with a long nozzle which helps with the fit. The nozzle diameter is 5 mm. The IEMs have no vents and can build pressure over time. The resonance chamber and the resonator tubes called Nautilus serve one simple purpose: to shape and improve the bass response, and it's quite good at it. The cable that comes with this IEM is very good. You can order MagicOne with either 3.5mm or 4.4mm termination. The sample in the review arrived with 4.4mm cable. I don't believe the cables impact the sound, but I still care about cable quality, flexibility, and visual aesthetics. The included oxygen-free copper cable is 1.2 meters long, it has a 4.4mm connector termination on one end and 0.78mm connector termination on the other. The cable is low in microphonics, has a metal splitter and a metal chin slider, and complements the IEMs. The connectors have blue and red circles indicating the channel. This is much better than single tiny dots that you can find on some other cables. Now briefly about fit and comfort. The MagicOne is lightweight and comfortable. Thanks to the shape of the shell, nozzle length and diameter, I found a good fit with stock ear tips, but still wasn't perfect, and I replaced the stock tips with Duno Stage and Studio. MagicOne won't tire you during long listening sessions due to their weight, but the generic fit might not suit everyone's ears, even though the long nozzle helps a bit in this regard. Now let's talk about the sound. As always, all sound impressions on my channel are completely subjective. You should take them with a grain of salt. The MagicOne has relatively high impedance and low sensitivity for an IEM. As a result, it requires some power to open up and shine. My Samsung Galaxy S10 is my first go-to device when I start IEM evaluation, but it was struggling to provide enough power. I recommend pairing MagicOne with dongles that provide at least 50 mW of power at 32 ohms. This will help to fully utilize its driver capabilities and tuning. In my tests, I paired MagicOne with hifigo Link and DD Hi-Fi's TC44 Pro. I also tried it with my 2 desktop stacks, and that yielded very good results too. While the market is oversaturated with single dynamic driver IEMs, there aren't many single balanced armature driver models available, and there is a reason for that. Shaping and tuning a single balanced armature is quite difficult due to the balanced armature driver limitations and capabilities. It requires a lot of knowledge and experience to do it right, so I was a bit skeptical when I received the MagicOne, but it surprised me during the initial tests. This IEM has a good bass response for a single balanced armature driver. This proves that Nautilus resonance chamber design works. The bass is well controlled, but of course it lacks the body and punch of dynamic driver bass. Still, it sounds clean and detailed. I particularly enjoyed the bass on well-recorded jazz, classical and rock music. These music genres, in my opinion, don't benefit much from a strong sub-bass rumble, but they need the bass to have details and texture. On EDM tracks, the bass still lacked a bit of punch and body, so please consider this if EDM is a major part of your music library. The mid-range on MagicOne is fantastic, it's very prominent, lush, engaging and rich. There is some bass bleed into the mid-range, but it's not getting in the way. As a result, the vocals and instruments have a very natural sound. Both the lower mid-range and the upper mid-range are crisp and detailed. I found the mid-range on MagicOne very enjoyable, especially with rock music. The electric guitars had enough bite and texture, the vocals sound fantastic, especially the female ones, and are well-rounded and lush with no hint of sibilance or harshness. The treble is also a strong part of the tuning, it's resolving, airy and detailed. It leans a bit to the bright side and has a lot of air and sparkle, yet it sounds clean and smooth. The treble reveals a lot of details and nuances, has a hint of an analytical sound signature, which can be a good thing if it's your cup of tea, and is overall a good example of a well-tuned treble. Of course, the single balanced armature driver can't compete with multi-BA configuration in regards to sparkle, definition and separation, yet MagicOne is still good at it. In addition, its treble is smooth and it contributes to an enjoyable listening experience. The soundstage of MagicOne is above average in width and depth, instruments hold their particular places in space well, and the soundstage feels spacious. The imaging is good, the detail retrieval is good too, especially compared to many competitors in this price bracket, and I feel there is no need to be exceptionally picky here. The musical performance was great, besides it was also good in the games, as it rendered a realistic gaming landscape with a good sense of distance and direction. So what did I like about this IEM? It's great in terms of fit and comfort, comes with an excellent stock cable, has a full range and accurate sounding single balanced armature with excellent detail and clarity. Also, it has a surprising bass response for a single BA, rich mid-range with a good resolution, smooth treble with good extension, good technical abilities and a very good sound isolation. What I didn't like, the IEM is source peaky and needs some power to shine, the pressure builds up due its ventless design, the bass lacks a bit of body, and sometimes the IEMs sound a bit congested on busy musical pieces. Going with a single balanced armature at this price point was a bold move, and I need to admit that AFUL did a good job. As a result, the MagicOne is a mid-centric IEM. It has a gentle bass and rounded treble. It also has great texture, details and presentation, and it will appeal to those who value mid-range clarity over everything else, so I can strongly recommend MagicOne as an overall package. And that concludes my review for today. If you want to see more content like this, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.